There's wigger everywhere, and it will not go away. It's stuck to everything. Hi guys, so I'm working on my Pyrrha wig right now, and I found a tutorial on Arda's website, but I have a hard time, like, translating the words into the pictures because I didn't take as many pictures as would have been nice. Then I realized after I kind of started, I'm like, oh, now would have been a good time to record this. So, I'll show you what I've got so far. So, I have a Jeannie wig from Arda that is slightly too big. It's not as big as probably what it could have been. But, yeah. So, first thing I did was I took out the wig, took it out of the ponytail, shook it out, run my hands through it because it's shedding like crazy. And basically what you do is you take it and you pinch the back to where you need it to be, and then you mark it. In our case, instead of using markers and going through all that hassle, I just use safety pins because I'm a lazy fucker. So...
Yeah, you are.
Shut up. So, you know how to see me. It's not like you're not. I don't know if you'll be in the shot. I don't know if you'll be in the shot. Let's see your shadow. So, you pinch it off, and then you cut. You kind of trace out kind of where it's going to go. I'm going to show you how bad that looks. But you're tracing kind of where the cap needs to be taken in, because that's what's really big is the cap and the base. So, but when you cut it off, you're basically just cutting off the bottom. So, like, you know, where those little straps are for the things, the elastic. So you're only cutting off a little bit. You're not cutting off a lot. I was really confused with the way the tutorial was worded. It kind of sounded like you're cutting off the entire thing, but you're really not. You're just cutting off the bottom. And then you're going to use this later. So you cut it, and you sew it. It doesn't look very pretty, but it's functional. So basically, when you're done, you're going to have like a little kind of pouch, but that's what you want because you don't want to cut off the hair. So you're kind of just cutting it, pinching it, cutting off a little bit, sewing it down, and then I have to go through and cut where the safety pins are to tighten the cap, and then I should be good to go. Then I have to re-put it up in the ponytail and style the bangs, and I should be good for Pyrrha. But also, if you want to, I'm going to sew this back on to the wig just to give it a little bit more stability and just to kind of hide the seams a little bit better. So, oh no, it's falling apart already. Let's stop playing with it. So, yeah, I will post a link to the tutorial below, but hopefully this will kind of explain things that I was really confused about because it just didn't make much sense. Through the tutorial that she used, she actually took a marker, marked it all out. Shut up. And then she would stitch it together, make sure it fit, and then she would take out the stitches and then stitch the entire thing. And I'm just like, why not just use safety pins to hold it together in place so you can figure that shit out? Because I hate marking it and I hate sewing wigs. After tutu, I learned I will not do that again. So, yeah. So, pinch, cut, sew the little piece back on, and you're golden. It's supposed to work for a couple of the other styles of wigs. I'm guessing basically just those with this kind of cap where it kind of goes throughout the entire thing to give it more support and hold it together. So like the Jeannie, I think one of the other was like Jasmine or something. So that's one way to tighten it. I'm also going to be taking a almost like a 90s kind of flexible headband thing. That's a circle. I'm going to take one of those and put it along the inside of the front of the cap just so that I can keep it on. Because headpiece can't fix. So, yeah. This is my fun right now. After work. We're tired. But we're like, hey, let's get this done so tomorrow we can play with work. Blah. She hates me. She really does. And
I swear the only time you want me over is when you want help with cosplay
pretty
stuff.
much because you're the only one that I can trust right now. I love my other friends, but you know how I think.
Yeah, true.
You know how I think.
Yeah, I know.
And it pays to have someone that thinks the same way you do. Plus, you know you were bored at home anyway. So, yeah. Fun times. Fun times. I'm going to try and finish the wig, get the base piece out for the headpiece, maybe the neck piece if I'm not too tired.
I might dress up like a hooker later on. I don't know.
What's new? You strip all the time, so that's nothing out of the ordinary. Alright. Later, guys.
Later.